Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om. Gita, chapter 5, verse number 10. Lord Krishna is giving insight into karma and sannyasa. Karma is action, go on doing your duties. Sannyasa, get away from karmas. Mind has a simple idea. Karma will lead you to its results. Results of karma are always in the world of time and space. If you want to stay confined karma, then go on with karmas. That's the idea at the mass level. Therefore, one should turn away from karma and have absolutely nothing to do with the world. But this point has been explained to you. It's not as simple. If you don't do your duties, your mind will not reflect upon, I am the non-doer. Your mind will have more pressure, more stress. How is it I did not do my duty? Intellectual, because you renounced it. I'm dramatizing it, just make you know that the idea of renouncing action is something abstract, mystical, and you should not use ordinary mind. It's more like advanced mathematics. In other words, if you have done your duty on a certain day nicely, before you go to sleep, you have a restful mind. In that restful mind, you can turn to God. Thank God. You are the only one. But if you have not done your duty well, in fact, you spent the whole day doing nothing. Because you read somewhere that doing things means karma. Not doing things is akarma. So therefore, you spent your whole time. Each time mind says, do something. Now. Negating action leads you to more stress. If someone is riding a horse, keeping the horse racing, moving, is easier. There are times when the rider has to keep the horse static. During that time, if you take shots, he appears quite ecstatic. He's doing nothing. But if you watch, his heels are pressuring the body of the horse. His hands are busy. He is controlling the horse at every moment, more control than if he were to just race. I'm sharing some of the cold with you. Therefore, resolution to the problem practice karma yoga. Do not give up your action, but perform those actions, those duties that are closer to your heart. Actions that will give you chitta shuddhi, purity of heart. How can action lead you to develop purity of heart? That point has to be understood. First level, action comes in two categories: swadharma, paradharma. Actions that please your personality. You like it. You can do it. And then there are actions, took it upon yourself because it will give you money. And you don't like it, but you have no choice. You consider yourself fortunate because you got some business, some job. Even though you don't like it, it gives you good money. Don't take it very literally. I'm just trying to illustrate the idea behind it. Those types of actions that do not contribute to your day-to-day enrichment, day-to-day joy, they are called paradharma. Paradharma is not your duty. So first switch should be made in your mind to swadharma, out of various activities that go on in your life. You have always a choice. From very childhood, you had a choice. When there were too many toys, you had a choice. Which one to pick up? Never complain that you have no choice at all. You have gone through all your life. Do you think you have not been doing anything at all? So, first your choice should be clear. Swadharma, doing things that are so easy for you. And in that direction, you try to lift yourself, educate yourself, enrich yourself. Day-to-day enrichment becomes possible. Otherwise, you are doing works like a machine. Time passes by, all that you are counting is, when will I retire? Planning for it, retired days of retire. When will I go to Miami? And watch the sun go down. It's allegorical. But if you are doing the right type of duty, it is day-to-day enrichment, the joy of allowing your energies to be utilized. The river flowing has a joyousness about it. A stagnant river doesn't have any joy. But now come to another level. If you are doing your swadharma, and day by day you feel happy about the work you do, you have two choices before you. Do your duties for a certain purpose. The purpose is confined to the world of time and space. Any project you are planting a tree, The purpose is it will give fruit. You have a calculation in your mind, it may take 3 years, 4 years. So your whole mind is thinking of how to bring a wonderful mango tree or some type of a fruit. That's one goal. Another, let me do my best. Plant this tree the best way I know. And let nature take care of anything else. Even it so happens that very next year you may not live in that house. You sell it on a higher price. Who knows? So, sowing the mango tree is not dependent upon, the joy is not dependent upon whether I will eat the fruit from it or not. Same way, the works that you do, whether they bring the desired result or not, the very fact they are opportunities, God-given opportunities for utilizing your energy, your senses, your mind, your intellect. So then, you have two choices. Doing your swadharma for material purpose, for a mundane purpose, or doing your swadharma for purity of heart, chitta shuddhi. Two types of choice. Choice to see things under your possession, the big house, big garden. And another choice, to see your heart at rest. A beautiful flower that makes you fragrant, and you share the fragrance with others. And suppose you want both choices. When we say, do not go after the fruit of karma, it is not literally meant that way. If you don't go after the fruit of karma, you go after more fulfillment of your heart. The fruit of karma will come to you in greater measure, with profounder value. You are never a loser. Only you are not craving for it. Seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. All else shall be added unto you. The same thing echoes in the Bible. So he who performs actions by invoking Brahman, that's implication. When your mind has figured out swadharma, paradharma, and using your duties for purifying your heart, then it also occurs to you, what I am doing, will it be a good offering for God in my heart? Now, let me dramatize it. A situation demands your becoming angry and bringing out lots of anger. You ask yourself, will this offering of onions and garlic be pleasing to God in my heart? The answer is no. So when you do those karmas, Those actions that are rajasic and tamasic, don't offer them. Offer to yourself with a resolve that I will not do this type of action. But when good karma you do, bring God to it. Even in ordinary situations. Your son or daughter does something good, cooks something, and then says, "Mummy, come, enjoy it. I've done wonderful." But if he has done something wrong, he hides the pot. Use this simple experience. Negative things you do, understand that was your error. And all that you keep in view, let not God give attention to that. But the positive things you do, you offer to God. This is dramatized in the Ramayana by the story of Shabari. Shabari was a lady who was a great devotee of Lord Rama. She was given a forecast that one day God will pass through this and you will meet him. Since that time, every day, she prepared the path, plucked flowers and spread it, plucked juicy fruits. But to be sure that those fruits are best for Ram, she put her tooth mark on each one of them. Day by day she did it. Now this is an allegorical way of presenting to the idea that every soul is Shabari in the making. And you have the forecast because the soul's ultimate goal is God himself. Therefore, don't wait. Day by day, think of good karmas, what good things you could do. And when not sure, put your tooth on it. In other words, make a good examination of what you are doing. If it feels good to your heart, it's a good offering for God. If this simple point is brought into your heart, doing good things and offering them to God, not having done good things, saying to yourself, how great, I did it. All those people said, I will never do it. I did it. So you are not offering to God, you are offering to your ego. And ego is an ingrate. So instead of offering to ego, develop the art of offering to God within you. Doing good things and offering them to God. Becoming humble. Success in doing good things results in humility. The best of things when you do, and it feels as if you have not done nothing. Feel a sense of mystic shyness. How is it I did only that much? That's the sattvic type of activity. That subtle implication that you perform actions by invoking God and by renouncing attachment to the fruits of action. Your mind is not set on the exact results that must come. That doesn't mean, again, that when you are, say, for example, a student, and you are working to give answers to your questions in examination, and suddenly you read the Gita, and I say, I don't care now. I'm not attached to the fruits. Whether I pass or fail, I'm going to be the same. It sounds philosophical, but it is not. Your philosophy should be, you should do well in your exam. But you will do well, not with a stress that I'm going to do well. If you have been doing day by day in the spirit of karma yoga, automatically you will do it, and it will be like a sport, joyously, as if you have not done it, as if God has done it. Try to figure them out. Therefore, if you become a karma yogi, you develop the art of doing your duties with dexterity, with promptness, with quality. And you secure the result of your karma. You know the result will be successful. But your focus is not in that area. Your focus is end result, my heart, window opens in my heart. Chitta Shuddhi. The window opens in your heart. The fruit now you experience is amazing. Because now you begin to feel that you are a part of the universe. You have a flower in your garden that can waft fragrance for all. If you follow this, the art of doing karma, you will remain like a lotus in the lake of the world process. Lotus stays in the lake, but untouched by the water. Water drops slip away from its petals. Likewise, you remain untouched by all karmas. The term is used, papena, all sinful karmas. The majority of people, the idea of sin is easy to understand. You don't want to have sinful karmas on your head. If you are advanced, even virtuous karmas come in the same category. Virtuous karmas that are keeping your ego intact. Ego is a source of profounder sin. It's a demoniac. I'm referring to Rajasic, Tamasic ego. So all the scriptures go on dramatizing. Ravana, Kumbhakarna, they were the Rajasic, Tamasic ego. Kayena manasa buddhya kevalairindriyairapi yogina karma kurvanti sangam tyaktvatma shuddhaye. The yogi continues to perform karma merely with his body, mind, intellect, and senses, implying that yogi views himself as different from body, mind, intellect, and senses. I am not the body, I am not the mind. With that internal detachment, yogi continues to use his body, mind, intellect in performing various duties. This is the art of enlightened living. This is the state of saints and sages. Everyone has to come to that state of attainment in order to be liberated. State of attainment, when you realize you are not identical with your body, just like electricity flowing through the bulb. Electricity is not identical with the bulb. The bulb, its filaments, whatever details, they are different. Electricity operates through them. It is detached from them. In the same way, the real I am in you works through your mind, intellect, through your nervous system. All activities go on. But that principle, which is universal, cosmic, divine, that remains untouched by the limitations of the body, mind, intellect, and sense. This point has to enter your heart. Don't count yourself on the basis of the way your body looks. This body is only a cell phone. Yogi continues to perform actions without that sense of ego. Actions are performed with his body, mind, intellect, and senses. He performs actions for the purity of the heart, with increasing detachment. Two points have to be focused, given attention. Paropakar, doing good to others as a sadhaka, as long as you are doing sadhana, discipline. Are you utilizing your energy for helping others, doing good to others? And that you continue until you attain enlightenment. Then the spirit of paropakar, doing good to others, turns into the spirit of spring, basantavat. Something becomes universal. The scriptures use the term lokasangra, universal welfare. Politics has not brought that term yet. Yukta karam phalam tyaktva shantim apnoti naishtikim. Ayukta kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate. One who is devoted to yoga attains peace by renouncing the fruits of karma. Devoted to yoga means one who is doing karma yoga, the way we have been explaining. But one who is not united with karma yoga is impelled by desires. You are living a life without a deeper purpose, led by your senses, your uncontrolled desires, moods. And you are attached to fruits of karma. And therefore, one is led to bondage. Bondage is a state where you are unaware of the fact that I am the soul, I am the Satchidananda. Think of a reflected sun in a jar. A reflected sun in a jar, viewing its existence as something confined to the jar. That's due to ignorance. The reality is, it is not confined to the jar. But if you don't have a special way of looking into the sun, reflected sun, all that you see, the reflected sun is jumping, shaking every moment. You can easily say it's the most miserable sun ever. But from one point of view, it is true. From another point of view, it is never true. The reflected sun in the jar is never in trouble, because it is that sun. This, what makes the difference? That part wherein the reflected sun knows I am the sun is the enlightened part. If you are an enlightened person, nothing has changed. The soul in you, the body in you, all things are the same. But this soul, though it may seem shaky, it is in tune with the sun. That point you can't see by looking into the jar. But it is that point that makes you enlightened. Simple point is that If you follow a lifestyle of integral yoga, a lifestyle of keeping the mind and senses under your control, moving away from fruits of karma, and discovering the self within you, completely free of all attachments. The self in you is like the sky. It's not dependent on any cloud. So if your life moves on in this direction of discovering your detachment, not leaning upon the fruits of karmas, living with a mind and senses that obey you, that are under your control, then you are going to be led to absolute peace. But to live with your personality without having your control over the mind and senses, being led by sentiments and moods, with uncontrolled senses, if you go on living that way, no matter how long you live, your life is moving towards misery. Sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukham vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan. The embodied soul who has controlled his body and senses and who has mentally renounced all karmas, though abiding in the nine-gated city, does not work, nor does he cause any work to be done. In universal scheme of things, again, it's allegorical statement, God doesn't need anything to be done. He is absolutely perfect. The idea he creates the world, sustains it, destroys. All this is not to make himself any better. He is the absolute being, stripped of becoming. Everything else in the world is constantly becoming. Until you come to realize becoming's never becoming. This is a big challenge. Every day you are becoming something. Yesterday we were a little less, today a little more. You're becoming something better or worse. You're never the same. Not even for 2 seconds. You are just the same. You're becoming. At least you're becoming 1 second older. But the reality in you is absolutely being, no becoming. Changeless, absolute. The sky remains symbol of being. Clouds have come and gone. Do you see any difference in the sky? The sky remains just the same. In the same way, deep down, the innermost reality within you, I am awareness, the non-dual awareness, that alone is. Days pass by, that awareness is not going to change. Millions may pass, million years may pass by. That awareness doesn't change. You can use allegorically the sun, for example. The sun goes on illumining the earth day by day. Every day the sunshine, sunrise, sunset create countless variations. But all these do not diminish the sun. Allegorical language. And all these do not add anything to the sun. Likewise, the self within you is the Satchidananda, is like the shining sun. Due to ignorance, the soul depends upon the mind for its evolution. And mind drags the soul into a world of vrittis, thought waves. And thought waves create a cinema, past, present, and future. When you go to sleep, there is a little relief. You move away from the thought waves of your mind. And you realize, you wonder, you are led to a state where there is neither past, present, nor future. Sleep, everything has gone away. And you miss nothing. Because you are being led to your own deeper self. There is nothing can you miss. Absolute. But all this simple reality has to be brought in your mind, in your life, in your daily activity. Living in your body, develop not a sense of slavery. How miserable am I? I'm only 5, 6 feet tall and only 2 hands. Instead, this body I dwell in is a city, a divine city. And I am the ruler of that city. The embodied soul who has controlled his body and senses, who has mentally renounced all karmas. Renounce all karmas, you go on doing actions, but mind does not record it. Ego is not the reality. Though abiding in this body, you are not creating any karma. Nor you are urging others to do any karma. In this line, there's popular prayer. Kayena vacha manasendriyariva buddhyatmana va pratisvabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanayeti samarpayami. You recite a mantra for surrender to God. Kayena vacha, whatever I do by my body, by my speech, by my mind and senses, by my intellect and ego. Whatever I do led by Prakriti, nature, all that I do is for you, O God. And all that I surrender to you, O Lord Narayana. This you do automatically when you go to sleep. All this moves away from you. But if you could allow the mind to handle that, bringing the sleep type of peace emerge from your heart. And that's the idea of surrender. When you are saying you are surrendering everything, it shouldn't be just words. You go to the bed and say, I'm surrendering my body, I'm surrendering the time. Slip into sleep. All that I'm easily saying, but you have to understand the subtle point involved in all these statements. And with this, I'm going to conclude. Om Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.